Come on.
You ready?
Are you ready? Come on, talk to him, Danny.
Let me do it.
I used to break times like this, to grind like this, so I had to grind like that,
To shine like this.
In a matter of
Time I spent on some locked up shit.
Penny ready,
Cuff locked on wrist.
My dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. And shorty, she try to bless me like I said, and I shoot.
My brother, come on. You're not loud enough. But it's okay.
Hey.
Come on. What?
This what they been waiting for?
Come on. What we talking about, Philly? Philly, are we fucking building right now, Philly? Are we in the fucking building right now, Philly? What's up?
I tried to tell you.
You did.
I tried to tell these streets. You want to hear a funny story about that game?
Talk to me.
A week before the game, my cousin called me to chop it up. And he was like, what Philly going to do next week? And I said, brother, this feel like a blowout. His father, my uncle in the background, started laughing. Sure, there ain't no way Patrick Mahomes going to get blown out at the Super Bowl. And I said, just wait on it. I ain't heard from him since. I said, just wait on it. I was leaving church on Sunday. Had on the Eagles hat. Pastor was at the door. I'm going to pray for y'all. I said, baby, we don't need no prayer. Pray for yourself.
No prayer. Hold on 1 second. I got something for you. Hold on, I got something for you. No, go ahead, keep talking.
He was smiling, and he stopped, looked me dead in the eye, and said, oh, yeah, I don't need no prayer. I said, nah, dog.
Wait a minute, hold on. So you said you was gonna pray for you?
I was walking out, and he was like, oh, here, Eagles fan, we won't have to pray for them boys. And I said, we don't need no prayer.
Before you say something, let me give you a little bed of music to say what you said back to him.
Yeah, turn that up.
Oh, hold on. My bad. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. I got you. Come on, talk to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was walking out. I had on my Eagles hat. Man looked at me and said, oh, Eagles fan, we have to. He sounded like he was a Chiefs fan. He said, we have to pray for you boys. I looked at, he was smiling and joke. I looked him dead in his eyes and I said, boy, we don't need no prayer. Pray for Patty. Don't you pray for us.
Pray
stopped
for
all
Patty.
that. He stopped smiling. He said, oh, you serious? You think it's like that? I was like, yeah, dog. Like, they losing today. Ain't no way Philly losing. Not to Kermit the Frog, they not losing again. The game was so blown out, the refs couldn't save them.
Listen. It didn't. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It didn't take long in that game before I knew. One, the refs can't save nothing that's getting ready to happen. No. Two, the most glaring weakness for the Kansas City Chiefs turned into the biggest reason they got their asses handed to them. Oh!
They told me Jalen can't throw. They told me that the Packers were the best 7 seed ever. How you going to beat the Packers? No offense.
Wait, hold on. Now, hold on. Before you, now, in retrospect, after watching the Eagles Super Bowl run, the only team that played the Eagles close was the Packers, behind one of the worst offensive performances I've ever seen in a quarterback in Jordan Love. Now, we can't say that Philly defense was just damn good. So I can look back on it and say, hey, brother, if Patty ain't have an answer, Jordan Love damn sure wasn't about to have an answer.
They told me the Rams were the hottest team in the league.
Okay,
they won 10 out of 12, even though one of those 2 losses was to Philadelphia. And then they told me Jane Daniels, the best rookie quarterback ever. He just magical. People at work telling me God anointed that man. He gonna walk up in Philly and go to the Super Bowl. And then they told me, oh, that's Patrick and Andy. Nobody beats them. They're the best combination we've ever seen. Patrick is the GOAT. He's the greatest. And none of that shit fucking mattered.
He still got a claim at being the greatest.
None of that shit fucking mattered.
This wasn't the best quarterback that day. He was not the best quarterback that day.
None of it mattered.
Talk to him.
All year after that Panthers game. Oh, AJ Brown is mad. He does not like Jalen. Nick Sirianni is a bad coach. What does he do?
Talk to him.
He wins Super Bowls.
Talk to him. He ate Super Bowl.
He goes to Super Bowls and he won Super Bowl. And he win one.
You're right, buddy.
You can't run to a Super Bowl. You got to throw it. All right, that's cool.
We get to the Super Bowl and throw it.
What Jalen do?
He got to the Super Bowl and threw it.
And just said, all right, that's cool, bet. Oh, Patrick Mahomes is 8-0 against Vic Fangio. Vic ain't got no answer. What Vic do? Ate that motherfucker alive.
Hey, he put Jalen Carter and them boys on him.
Kermit was crying. Travis Kelce was crying at halftime. He knew.
Them boys had no answer.
Chris Jones falling on the sideline like someone had shot his friend in front of him, like it's boys in the hood or something.
It's tough. D-Hop dropping wide open passes.
And then D-Hop going after the game talking about something. Oh, y'all gonna talk about the refs? Brother, you worry about catching the ball. Don't you worry about the refs.
I mean, yeah, I'm listen, I understood where he was coming from. It was like, I think basically what he was saying was, y'all can say what you want about the refs, but the refs won't change the outcome of this game. This is an ass kicking.
You got your ass beat.
I think that's what he said. That's what he meant when he said that.
Cooper DeJean, greatest white corner ever. Bring back the white cornerback.
No, we should keep them extinct. I like a little racism in my. I like a little racism in my secondary. I ain't going with y'all. Listen, I'm here to try to keep him humble, but his team won a Super Bowl, so there's only so much I can do.
They told me Jared Verse was Defensive Rookie of the Year. Quinyon shut everything down in that secondary Sunday.
Jamie said that he blames the lady in the crowd with her Mahomes voodoo doll poking it.
I don't give a fuck who you blame. Eagles are Super Bowl champs. Told y'all after that Packers game, at the very least, that Eagles team is going to the NFC Championship game.
So you're acknowledging that the only team that really played y'all any type of close was the Green Bay Packers.
I mean, the Rams were 6 points away. I mean, they were on the 17, and then Jalen Carter sacks Matthew Stafford and essentially ends the game. So I would say that Rams game had me more afraid than that Packers game.
Well, all right.
Your time is coming. Pause.
Listen, after watching y'all go on to win, and then thinking back on how when I say played the Packers close, what I really mean is if Jordan Love doesn't throw if Jordan Love plays better, because our defense kept y'all's offense in somewhat check. But it just got to a point where the dam was going to break because, Jordan Love just going out there just throwing it to the other team. Listen.
And the Eagles beat y'all off the field. Half your starters ain't finished.
Yeah. Listen. To my Eagles fans out here, this is why I know y'all saying,
I don't give a fuck. 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 I'm willing to die for this shit. I done cried for this shit. Might take a lie for this shit. Put the Bible down and go out for a knife for this shit. DOT, my enemy, will catch a vibe for this shit. Ayy. I've been stuffed out in front of my mama. My daddy commissary made it to commas. Bitch, all my grandma's dead. So ain't nobody praying for me. I'm on your head.
And while we're here, your Joe Burrows, your Josh Allens, your Lamar Jackson.
Hey, first off, give respect to our DEI MVP, Josh Allen.
Yeah, our Joel Embiid MVP, Josh Allen.
Joel Embiid MVP. We got to respect our DEI MVP and Josh Allen.
I don't want to hear none of that talk next year. I don't even want to hear Justin Herbert's name. I don't want to hear Dakota's name.
Okay, yeah, no. Okay, now we're just getting ridiculous.
I don't want to hear all them people. Though Jalen's a 10 to 15. No. 5.
Yo.
He in that 5.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. As someone who is happy for a lot of Philadelphia Eagles players not named Jalen Instagram caption man hurts.
That's hate.
I'm happy for a lot of the Eagles players. Not very happy for a lot of Eagles fans, excluding my boy Danny Ocean here, because when we get into the NBA section, I really feel like what happened on Sunday was just God making up for what happened on Saturday. So I gotta give him some grace. But I'm gonna say this: I've been a big Eagles hater, just naturally. I admire their ability to roster build and roster construct. Y'all know I went to the school of Howie Roseman GMing. The Eagles were they were the best team. They were the best team in the league. And listen, you gotta give respect. They beat their ass. So you got to respect it. Like, they beat their ass. So I really respect it, and salute to the Eagles, and congratulations on the Super Bowl championship. Your second Super Bowl victory in about 8 years, 6 years?
8 years.
Yeah, 8 years. So congratulations to Eagles fans, the Eagles organization. Yeah, I mean, listen, I tip my hat, because listen, it's not that they won, but they beat the hell out of, like, it was
Kenny Pickett got snaps, dog. Putting in your backup in the Super Bowl is a flex.
Yeah, like, I was praying for a mercy rule. It got ugly fast.
Can you imagine Nick Sirianni walking to Jalen and be like, "Hey, dog, I know there's 6 minutes left in the fourth of the Super Bowl, but you're done for the day. We're gonna let Kenny get some burn."
Yeah, it's over. Listen, which ass whooping was worse? The one on the field or the one at halftime?
Ooh, the one on the field, because it lasted longer.
Pause.
Fair.
Okay. I think the one at halftime was more entertaining. The one on the field, oh my God. Yo, Jalen Carter almost punched the ref dead ass in the face celebrating.
And he should.
Jalen Carter definitely punched Patrick Mahomes dead in the face.
Wrecked his shit.
And did not get a penalty flag.
That's because he had already fumbled. The ball was already out of his hands. That's why that's why it wasn't a penalty.
Listen. Let me ask you something. In all honesty, it had me wondering for a second. Why is this y'all's Kings in the AFC? Like, I'm looking at the AFC and I'm saying, are y'all dead ass? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
all we hear about
AFC?
That's all we hear about is the AFC and Burrow and Stroud and Justin and Lamar and all these other dudes. And like, oh, NFC is some mid. All there is Jalen and Dak and Jordan. No.
And I think we might have some NFC pride on this, because I'm sitting here watching it and I was like, yo, no fucking way the AFC is supposed to be the dominant conference with all these superstar QBs, and the NFC just kind of smacked their king around like this.
Smack the piss out that. Yeah, Bam, I'm going to do it, because you know why? Because the Eagles walked into Baltimore and knocked Lamar on his ass. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Tell Lamar, make it to the Super Bowl and win one, then you can talk.
Like, the best AFC win this year versus the NFC had to be the Bills beating the Lions, but then you look back at it, is that really impressive? Because Washington kind of went up there and beat them boys.
And beat the piss out of them. Yeah, Mahomes is Jordan.
He is. Listen, all right, I don't like this revisionist history. Just because you lose a game to the clear better team does not mean the boy ain't been good. He got 3 Super Bowl rings and was maybe an offensive and defensive line away from being able to win 3 in a row and getting his 4th win. So,
he's been to the AFC Championship game every year. He's a starter.
Like, yeah, so let's not.
Yeah, I
hate revisionist history. Stop acting like, y'all, stop doing that. The Kansas City is still Kansas City. They're still going to be really good. Mahomes is still going to be really good. This offseason, I know they're going to attack the interior offensive line, offensive tackles, and defensive linemen like shit. because they couldn't block anybody. Even if they had receivers that could get more separation than they were able to, it didn't matter because by second 2, he had an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman literally in his lap every play.
Shout out Milton Williams.
They didn't get to pass midfield until the second half. Like, come on.
Second half.
Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
They were rushing 4 and
didn't blitz once. So
I'm telling y'all right now, Kansas City is looking at that tape and they're saying, this is exactly what happened when we played the Bucks 5 years ago, and lost. We couldn't block anybody. So now I know they're going to do the same thing they did last year. It wouldn't surprise me if those jokers really go heavy on the offensive line.
They need to.
All right. C-Bam. Dude, let's get this dude. Come on. Listen, all right. You go first because I'm on his ass next, boss.
Bam. You talking down to Mahomes like he ain't walking to Baltimore last year and beat y'all ass in Baltimore to go to the Super Bowl.
A king by his neck in M&T Bank Stadium with a stadium full of Negroes and told him, look at me with a white mom. I'm the captain now. And threw your man on the floor. What are we talking about here, Bam?
Choked him out.
That brother got a white mom and walked into one of the blackest cities in America and beat one of the blackest teams in professional sports. Stop talking, Bam. Stop talking. Until you can beat him, stop talking.
That's right. I can beat him.
And I got a rep for the QBs with white moms too, because my QB got a white mom and a white woman.
Mine don't.
Well, light-skinned woman, but you get it.
Nah, man. You don't get to talk down to us tonight. You tell Lamar to handle his business in the postseason, and then you can talk. You know what Jalen does in big games?
Talk to him.
He beat people ass.
He did.
You know what he does in the Super Bowl? He outplays Mahomes twice.
Okay, well, okay. I would say he outplayed him once. You can't outplay someone and lose.
You don't think that? The only blemish on his record in that Super Bowl was that fumble recovery for a touchdown.
And he didn't outplay him. Brother, you beat him. You got a ring. You can at least admit, all right, one of them. He beat us in one. We beat him in another one. So if I was y'all, I'd be hoping for that rubber match next year.
Oh, it's on the way. Don't you worry. Don't shit in the NFC scare me.
All right, NFC fans, we got it. We got to let them have it. We can't argue.
Yeah, you can tell them Lions. Come on, I'm waiting. I hope Detroit and Philadelphia week 1 in Philly drop the banner and we can send 800 and them boys back home. Don't even worry about it. And next year we got to play the Chiefs in Kansas City even better. We'll beat their ass again. Got to play Josh Allen. That's fine. We'll beat his ass.
Oh, y'all do?
Yeah, we got to go to Kansas City, and I think we got to go to Buffalo. Perfect.
And y'all don't play Green Bay next year?
No, I know we play the Bucks in Tampa. I don't think we play y'all next year. Let me see.
Kyle.
Yeah, you should be thankful.
Good, Kyle. Good.
Oh, sorry. Got to go to Lambeau next year.
Kyle. God damn it, Kyle. Actually, that's schedule of y'all's might be a little tougher than y'all think. If y'all got to go to Lambeau, to Buffalo, and to Kansas City.
And to LA for the Chargers. But you know, the home games, I ain't worried about it. Fuck
y'all
it.
got Denver at home and y'all got the Raiders at home then.
Yeah. I ain't worried. Break them tables in Buffalo. Get one ready for Josh because he going through one.
Talk your shit. Talk
your
shit.
Back-to-back on the way. We're going to have 2 back-to-back champions in a row. Bring me Lamar. Bring me Josh. Bring me Patrick. Bring me CJ. It doesn't matter. They're going to get slaughtered in San Francisco.
Let them know. We didn't intro the pod. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 173 of Speak On It. You already know when you see this Nas fade repping the Los Angeles Lakers. It could only be one brother, the good brother, Los DeMix. And as always, I am joined by the smoothest bald head on the East Coast, who's also flying high with the Eagles, Mr. Danny Ocean. How we doing, my good brother?
The Eagles are Super Bowl champions. That's all that matters.
All that matters.
That's all that matters.
Do you know what type of ass beating you got to put on a team for that true haters like myself who wanted to find ways to hate, can't even hate? They just got to be like, whoa, salute. Nah, I salute it. I really salute it.
Best team since week 6. Best team since the bye week. And all I had to listen to was, the Trace the 1 seed, and Dan Campbell and Patrick. And over here is Justin Herbert and John Harbaugh. And CJ Stroud's doing well. Here comes Jane Daniels. Well, Jalen can't throw the ball. And they can't no, kiss my ass.
So now that we know the season will open on a Thursday night in Philly, can I throw out some opponents that I would love to see the Philadelphia Eagles open the season with?
Throw it in.
Number 1, and I'm not lying when I say this, the Dallas Cowboys.
That would be magnificent.
Let me tell you something. I want to see it just because what would be funnier? Brian Schottenheimer going into Philadelphia and getting his first career win over the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles, or the Eagles kicking the fucking teeth in of the Dallas Cowboys to start the season and starting Brian Schottenheimer off with a very, very long first week in the NFL.
You know what? I like that because you know what? I want the Cowboys fully healthy because they lean into that like, oh, well, Dak wasn't there. Nah, bring Dakota here. He said today they close. The Cowboys are close to being on the Eagles level. All right, bring him to Philly. Week 1, bring his ass to Philly. Send a video.
In all seriousness, I think next year the only teams that will be able to really compete with the Eagles, barring injuries or any surprise teams, the Packers, the Lions.
Oh, in the NFC?
Packers, Lions,
Commanders,
and maybe
Tampa.
No, I got to see how their offense looks without Liam Cohen. Maybe Tampa, and I don't know. Y'all, Vikings can't play with y'all. That might be it. I'm gonna tell you what, though. I watched y'all play after y'all beat us. Obviously, I watched y'all's games. Packers are close, man. The Packers are close.
There's nothing the Packers do better than the Eagles. Nothing.
No. See, okay, you're taking my statement wrong. Y'all are
okay. I'm sorry.
I'm saying we are close to getting over the hump. Like,
okay,
we got to go. We got to get an off season like the Eagles did, where we bring in those few pieces that like take. I think we have the core team. I think we need a few more signings. We need some guys to take that 3rd, 4th year step. It wouldn't surprise me if next year we are really competitive and we are just like right there. I'm not saying
y'all just need to sign T. Higgins, Max Crosby. Oh no, and I was gonna say trade for Myles Garrett. That's not a good idea. He's gonna be an Eagle anyway.
No, he not.
Oh shit.
Where's he from?
I don't care where Myles Garrett from. I think he's from Texas, isn't he?
Might be.
He's gonna be a Commander or Eagle.
What makes you say this?
Well, the Commanders have the assets, and Howie likes to fleece people.
So you just think the Browns is gonna, hey Howie, take my ass.
I think Howie will give him 2 first, and I'm trying to think of a player. I don't know what player that would be, but it'd probably be 2 first. Huh?
Nolan Smith.
I'd give up Nolan Smith for Myles Garrett. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Kyle said the Packers are going to trade for Myles Garrett and Max Crosby. Let me tell you something. if we were to do that, I don't know who we'd have to give up. It'd probably start with Lucas Van Ness, our first round pick.
Okay. Who cares? Bye, dog.
Yeah. I mean, what other thoughts you got on the game? I know you got some things to say.
I've said Jalen said everything for me on Sunday.
What'd he say? Talk to me.
With his play. Like I said, all this foolishness that he can't throw the ball. The passing offense doesn't look good. They can't win if they can't throw the ball. Spags sold out to stop Saquon, and he did. And Jalen said, that's okay. I got it. Don't even worry about it.
That is probably the most shocking thing from that game. Saquon was not getting freaky like I was expecting.
Yeah, Spags sent everything to stop Saquon. And
I'm not upset with that because they probably thought, if we make Jalen Hurts have to pass to beat us, they were probably thinking, we can play ball control on these guys and just make sure that we maybe put him in a deficit so that Jalen has to throw. I think that was their thing. What they was not expecting was the inability to both block and the inability to rush the passer.
Like, did you see that that long ball to AJ Brown that got called back? Like, Jalen just looked at AJ and said, "Gotcha." Run straight.
The touchdown to Devontae Smith is when I was like, "Oh yeah, no, these boys ain't got no answer."
Like, who else in the league can make that throw? It's not many.
Nigga, I'm sorry. Listen. Don't do that. I've seen some QBs make that throw. Don't do that.
I'm saying there's like a handful. Like Jordan can make that throw. Pat can make that throw. Josh, Lamar, Joe, Justin.
There's more.
Who? Trevor can't make that throw. AR can make that throw.
Trevor Lawrence can make that throw.
Trevor can't make that throw.
Kyle said Spags defense assumed they would get more than one first down in the half. Listen. Yeah. There's no way that Spagnuolo thought that an Andy Reid offense would not be able to move the ball past midfield into the second half.
Beautiful.
And shout out to the Eagles defense. That lets me know they were just listen, it's okay sometimes to just say they were the clear better team.
Best defense in the league all year since week 6.
That Super Bowl was very reminiscent of the Tampa Bay Super Bowl. And if I'm Kansas City, I feel like if I'm some of those guys, I feel like that's the type of ass whooping that'll keep a few people from retiring just because they don't want their last memory of football to be that.
Hey, what it needs to be is their reason to retire. Go be a family man, Travis.
Nah, Travis gonna come back. He
was crying at halftime.
I would too, brother. Are you seeing our offense, brother?
He was on the crying at halftime. Tell that redhead man he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah. Kyle said, as impressive as Hurts was, the Eagles defense was the best unit in the Super Bowl. And
absolutely. And you win. I'm not arguing that.
Kyle, just makes you wonder, had Jordan Love not been such a dickhead in that wild card game, the way our defense was playing, all we needed was about 17 to 20 because our defense kept us in it. Packers fans, I keep saying it, but if you remember watching that playoff game and now seeing the Eagles run, you should feel really good about where our team is right now and where we're going. I'm telling you, Packers, just listen to me. We are closer. We're closer to getting there than we are being farther from being there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're closer to the end zone than you are away from it.
Yes, like we're getting there. And if you would have told me after we traded Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams that this is where we'd be, I wouldn't believe you, but we are closer than we think. I want to remind everyone that Kyle, you smoking.
Kyle, that's bold. Kyle said the Packers weren't beating the Commanders. See, this is what I'm talking about.
I would have flown to DC my damn self to watch the Packers put our foot in a mother. Listen, Kyle, they not putting up 55 on us. We are beating the Commanders. I hope we play the Commanders next year, bro. Listen, I want to remind everyone that 2 weeks ago, I did choose the Chiefs to win 20-17.
Yep.
What I did not expect is that I expected the Chiefs to score 20 points. Didn't expect the Eagles to put up 42 of them things.
Beautiful. It was just thorough. Like I don't have any analysis. It's fuck the Chiefs.
Not gonna say all that, but
I will.
Listen.
And shout out to Nike and Jordan. Best ads of the night.
Jordan's ad was pretty fire.
Both Nike ads were heat, and then the Jordan ad.
That Jordan ad was fly.
That Jordan ad was perfect.
That Jordan ad was fly. What do you think it's going to take for a Philly repeat? I know Eagles fans aren't thinking about it. What do you think it's going to take? What moves do y'all need to make? Talk to me.
Health. That's it. 10 out of the 11 starters are coming back. Well, Cam Jurgens needs to sign an extension. Defense coming back. Josh Sweat's going to be a free agent.
Josh Sweat, come to Green Bay.
Zach Bond's going to be a free agent. He's going to get his money. I ain't worried about that. Nolan Smith has developed. Bryce Huff's been a bust. If you can find your way to get your hands on Myles Garrett or Max Crosby and just reload, because and Darius Slay's probably going to retire. So Quinion's going to be corner 1. I wonder if you move Cooper to 2 or keep him in the slot and go find another corner. The defense is going to look different, but the offense is going to be health.
Okay. So you're confident in the repeat? You're confident?
I am confident in a deep playoff run. Repeating is hard. It takes a lot of skill, and it takes a lot of luck to win a championship.
So is that your way of kind of tipping a nod at the fact that you did beat a back-to-back winning Super Bowl team?
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I do expect them to be in the divisional round at the very least.
If you're the Chiefs and you go into the offseason and next season trying to win 3 out of 4, where do you think they start?
They go to the Howard Roseman School of roster building. It starts in the trenches.
If I'm the Chiefs, I don't think I use a single draft pick this year on any position that does not end in linemen.
Correct.
Defensive or offense. You can address everything else in free agency, and you can talk some people into coming here. But you gotta listen.
You gotta do it, man. You gotta start investing.
And if I'm the Chiefs, I maybe consider trying to trade for Myles Garrett. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that offer would take from the Browns. Like, I feel like the Browns would need a haul just because it's Kansas City. But if I'm Kansas City, I'm trying to get Myles Garrett. Like, I'm trying to do everything I can. Trying to do everything I can.
He's gonna be an Eagle.
I think we are going to get a Chiefs-Eagles rubber match either in this next Super Bowl in San Francisco, or I think the next one after that is in SoFi Stadium. I think we get that.
Sign me up. Oh, do you think San Francisco can compete in the NFC next year? Because I don't. You see Debo, they granted Debo the right to go find a trade.
Yeah, no, Debo, dog. Niners, it's over.
Yeah, they are cooked.
It's over, yo. Let me tell you something. One of my favorite games this year, despite how the Packers lost, one of my favorite games this year was watching the Packers put their foot so deep in the Niners' ass that it made up for everything that happened in that NFC divisional round game last year. Fuck the Niners.
Double down on that. Sorry, Jeff.
Now let's talk about the halftime show. Hold on, I got this. Hold on.
And bam, Sirianni. Howie is not going to let Sirianni call plays ever again.
You think so?
No.
I think he might.
Howie handpicked Kellen Moore. Howie's going to handpick the next OC.
Let's talk about that halftime show. Hold on.
I see dead people.
I think we saw a dead body. There's a dead body. There's a dead body.
And here's the thing about that. Like the whole halftime show was great, right? The messaging. Do you think that's the end of this Drake beef? Because I don't. I think he's gonna step on Drake's neck every chance he gets.
Well, let me say this. Drake and Party Next Door are dropping an album called Sexy Songs for You on Valentine's Day, which is Friday. I don't anticipate Kendrick Lamar dropping any music on Friday, but usually after the Super Bowl, people do drop music. And it just so happened that the next day to release music coming off the Super Bowl would be Friday. With that being said, I think Kendrick lets him live because at the end of that performance, he did say, game over. I think that's his way of saying it's over. Like this.
Yeah, until Drake says something slick on Friday. Because Drake got to say something back.
No. Yo, dog, Drake, give it up.
Drake is peak light skin. He just can't let that slide.
Let it go, Drake.
You see, he posted a picture. What's that white lady? I think it was like Serena's ex-manager.
When? Swear to God, it was today.
I saw something on Twitter. It might have been fake, but I think he posted a picture. With let's see, let's go. Champagne Poppy.
Yeah, Champagne Poppy. Here we go.
Oh, maybe I got duped.
Okay, got me scared. All right, not scared for. Had me worried a little bit. Let me ask you something. Did you? I'm not going to rate the performance from 1 to 10. I'm gonna just ask. Did you like the performance?
Yes, I loved it. I thought it was everything it needed to be.
Let me say this. For all my people of color or people of the culture, stop discussing this halftime show with white people who don't listen to Kendrick Lamar, and people who don't listen to rap music. I promise you, you are going to save yourself so much time, effort, energy, and brain power. I mean, I don't really understand the Kendrick and Drake beef. I don't really understand the whole thing. Like, what are they even beefing about? I don't understand. Either way, I don't even think the halftime show was that good. Well, shut the fuck up then! I don't give a fuck about your opinion. You don't even know what the fuck's going on. Nobody come ask you about Little Miss Daisy and Dolly Parton when they perform. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking about black culture if you don't know about black culture. I'm sick of it. Do y'all know? Let me tell y'all something. Do y'all know why there haven't been so many rappers who have performed at the Super Bowl? It's because hip hop as a genre is really hard to encapsulate to a live audience. You have to be a performer. As someone who's been to a Kendrick show, as someone who's been to a Drake show, as someone who's been to a J. Cole show, the reason why those three are considered the quote-unquote big three is because all three of them are really, really fucking good performers. Look at me. I'm giving credit to all three of y'all. Now, let me say this. Of those three, I'm telling y'all, this is not a lie. This is not me dick eating. Because my favorite rapper in the world, my favorite rapper of all time is going on a Hall of Fame anti-Semitic rant right now. And he's a performer. So this is not me dick eating. This is me telling the truth. Kendrick Lamar is the best performing rapper in the world right now. Eat a dick if you don't believe me. Dead ass. I'm telling you the truth. I've seen the Mr. Morale show live in person. 99% of rappers cannot perform like Kendrick Lamar. The only people who are comparable are Drake and J. Cole. I'm telling you something right now. I'm telling y'all something right now. I'm fucking telling y'all something right now, man. I'm sick of y'all academics release this track. Shut the fuck up. Give a fuck about your opinion. What the fuck did academics releasing the track list, the set list to a visual performance really mean? We just know the song he performed. That shit is hard to do. The shit he did was really hard to do. What are we talking about? Why didn't he perform more than slaps? Yo, dog, Good Kid, Mad City came out in 2011. I love Mad City. I've heard it live. It's fire. I don't want to hear that. Not today. Play that shit, my nigga. Play Hey Ooh. Yo, dog, y'all talking about some Mad City. I want to hear this right here. This what I want to fucking hear. Y'all shitting me? I want to hear Poetic Justice. That nigga don't even perform Poetic Justice. He hates the song. The fuck are we talking about? Lil Wayne would have been better. Lil Wayne does not even know his own fucking lyrics. This is not me hating. This is actual fucking factual. Lil Wayne has said it on record. I don't know my own lyrics like that. He has a paper down or some shit. He got a teleprompter for his own lyrics. What are we talking about? He up there with real messaging, storytelling as a rapper performing. You motherfuckers watch Usher on fucking roller skates last year, and you telling me this dude who had like real symbolism in his shit wasn't good enough? Get the dick out your mouth. Drake lost. It's over. And I'm not saying this because of the performance. He lost before the performance. Give it up. Give it up. Sick of this shit. Nigga went up there and really gave us a show, and y'all sitting here complaining because he didn't play your fucking hits. Guess what Hov said? Niggas want my old shit, buy my old albums. The fuck are we talking about?
I see dead people.
You motherfucking right. I did too, Kendrick. I did too. Time to wipe my fucking face. Got me sweating like a dog in here. That shit was fly.
He had the whole crowd screaming A minor.
Yeah.
Whole Superdome.
It's all y'all, not like us, not even a. I heard 70,000 people in the arena say A minor. Just stop playing with me. This is a week after this motherfucker won 5 Grammys for one song.
Look like Lauryn Hill up there.
Yo, newsflash, a song called Another Man Pedophile won Record of the Year and Track of the Year. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Kendrick wasn't big until he started beefing with Drake. What? Motherfucker, do you think he would have gotten the fucking Super Bowl off of 1 year of records? So is it you want to hear the old slaps or he didn't get big until he started beefing with Drake? Come on. What hip hop is this? What hip hop is this? Let me ask y'all something. The only 2 times in hip hop where I've heard people say, please stop being so mean, is when Pusha T told the world, yo, this nigga is hiding the sun. And when Drake said, yo, this nigga might be a pedophile. Get the fuck out of here, you weak, soft-ass bitches. Go listen to Dolly Parton, Camila Cabello, Sabrina Carpenter, and that bullshit, and you leave real music and real hip-hop to real niggas. God damn it. God damn it.
That might be the most passionate thing you've said since Wilt Chamberlain didn't really score 100.
And Wilt Chamberlain scored that.
That might be the most fired up you've been since Wilt Chamberlain scored 100.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. Dude is a Pulitzer Prize winner. Your Canadian favorite rapper thought shit was sweet and tried shit with a Pulitzer Prize winner, told that man, drop. Nah. You following up this time. Drop that record you've been working on. And guess what? He did. He dropped Euphoria. Then came back with 616 in LA. Drake thought he had some with Family Matters. Squashed it with Meet the Grams. Then came back with Not Like Us the very next day. Tell your man next time to be a little bit more prepared and battle. Well, you was telling lies. Yo, hip hop is lies. It's lies. And it ain't the only genre that lies.
And I don't think Drake will enter another altercation ever again.
Good.
I think this might be his last beef.
Drake. Stop beefing with people because you're 1-2 right now. Maybe 1-3 if some up. Drake, I'm looking forward to Sexy Songs for You on Friday. I am going to listen to it because I love Drake and Party Next Door when they connect. I like Drake with the melodies.
Yes, Drake stick to music for the girls because we like that too. You want to do some fantasy?
Saints hire Kellen Moore as their new head coach. What are your thoughts on this hire?
It's sad. Jalen has to have another coordinator. Jalen hasn't had the same coordinators since college, and that trend continues. I just want some continuity for the guy. That's it. Imagine how great he'd be if he'd have like an Andy Reid style coordinator.
Well,
it's not Nick Sirianni. I know what you're about to say. It's not going to be Nick. They keep saying Kevin Patullo's going to get Nick's going to get a contract extension. He's going to continue in his CEO role, and how he's going to handpick his OC. Bobby Slowick, come on down. You are going to be the OC of the Eagles.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm Nick Sirianni, why they want to keep babying me? Come on, I can call it offense.
Hey, but it works. You just won a Super Bowl. It works. You are the vibe king. You are the CEO. You don't need to be all in the weeds for the passing game. You can float around to all the meetings and you can do your rah-rah speeches on Saturday night. That is what you need to do, Nick. That is Nick's role. That is what he's great at.
So here's my thing. But when you say that, when you say stuff like that, then you have to understand why someone might say, yo, this dude's not even really coaching. He's not really all that.
I mean, do people say that about Mike Tomlin, though, or Harbaugh? Because he's doing the same thing.
Yeah, but no, well, Tomlin started as a defensive coordinator. John Harbaugh was a special teams coordinator.
I mean, but they don't be all up in the special teams and like they float around all week. And they
before Philadelphia,
he was in Indianapolis.
As what?
I want to say OC, but he really wasn't the OC because that was Frank Reich's offense. Like Frank called those plays, and I think he spent time in LA or with the Chargers.
So what if he brings Frank Reich in as OC?
I don't know about that. Last time we saw Frank Reich in Indianapolis, it did not look good. It kind of looked like Doug Peterson in Jacksonville. I did not know Slowick was off to Miami. Thank you, B-League. I don't know who you get, but I know Howard Roseman keeps a list of coordinators that he's interested in, and he will call them.
Wait a minute. So Slowick is off to Miami to be what, an OC?
Is that true? I did not know that.
Let's see. I'll look it up. Ooh, my heart beating fast as hell.
Oh yeah, you on fire. We've used all our N-words for the year.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He's
they just
senior passing coordinator. Senior passing game coordinator. That's good. Let us build his stock back up. We'll get there. Okay.
But
the Jets threw Aaron Rodgers out to let him know his services are no longer required. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all ever wonder why you shouldn't really give your place of employment that full 2 weeks, this is why. Don't fly me out to tell me you don't need my services no more. Just tell me on the phone.
Did you hear the details?
No.
Like apparently they were like, if for some reason you are back, you're not doing Pat McAfee anymore.
What?
Let me find it. I saw it earlier. They told him, "Oh no, sir. You're not doing that around here."
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, Rossini. Jets told Aaron Rodgers to stop appearing on McAfee.
Many of those distractions stemmed from Rodgers' closely watched appearances on the Pat McAfee show, where Rodgers would not only sound off on the Jets season, but also his own political careers, hot button news topics, and the wider sports and political landscapes. Okay, here's what I would say. As someone who watched Aaron Rodgers Tuesday on the Pat McAfee show, they weren't even asking him wild. They weren't even asking like wild questions. They basically asked him about for the Jets, let's say. They basically asked him about the game, and he would basically break out kind of what happened. But he would also say, that's on me. I got to play better as the starting QB. Like, he, you know what I mean? Like, he basically go up there and keep it a being, yo, I got to play better as a starting QB, or it's a good win for the team, this, that, and the third. And then they, like, the Pat McAfee show might ask a question about, like, they did ask some questions about stuff that was going on, but he never really gave it up like that. He never really gave it up. That's funny. He never really gave it up.
No one.
Now they did joke with him just about on like dude shit, but that's just them being entertaining for a show.
Knowing Aaron Rodgers the way we know him now, do you think when Aaron Glenn was having that conversation, he was thinking, "Who this colored man think he talking to?"
Oh man.
No, we're gonna gloss over that.
What was the question?
You don't think Aaron Rodgers, when Aaron Glenn is telling him this, you don't think Aaron Rodgers is like, "Who is this colored man think he talking to?"
I'm not gonna let you paint my goat as a racist.
He paints himself as one.
No, he paints himself as an enigma, which he is.
Okay.
We already talked about Myles Garrett. Sounds like you think the best suitor for him is the Eagles. I think the best suit for him is the Commanders. Okay.
I hope he's an Eagle.
I hope he is a Packer. But if he's
everyone hopes he is whatever team they root for.
But if he is a Commander, I'm not going to be upset. He just cannot go to the Eagles.
He cannot go to the Commanders.
All right. Let's get into a little bit of fantasy talk. Before we get into this, so I want to shout out my guy Kyle, who actually shouted me out. He invited me into this reality sports online league, which I'm really excited to join. It's about as realistic of a fantasy football league that you can join, with real salary caps, real roster construction, stuff like that. I do got to join. I got to pay the site fee and whatnot, but I am excited to join this league. Kyle, I do have a question. Do they have an app, or is this all based on the computer? I'm going to be upset if they don't have an app and I got to do it via a web browser, but it can be done.
While Kyle answers that, the question in the chat came from Akili about Aaron Rodgers being racist. No, there's no direct tie to Aaron Rodgers being a racist, but some of the things that he believes and says will lead me to believe that he would lean closer to racism than he would equality.
Oh, brother.
And he smoked crack underground.
Wait, what? What are we talking about?
And he goes into a tree and smokes crack and calls it a retreat.
That's not crack. That's like psychedelic. Like
that boy.
Ayahuasca is like mushrooms.
He go in a tree trunk and smoke crack.
That's not crack.
He smokes crack in a tree trunk every year and call it a retreat.
And his first move was to bring in Lamar Odom, who was on crack. Now, how Lamar Odom didn't come up there and put hands on Stephen A for that?
Do you watch the card? Right. So completely off topic. Lamar Odom, real quick. Did you see that clip of him and Khloe Kardashian recently? And he was like, "I still call you my wife, brother. Are you still on?"
Hey, Lamar Odom, not Jackson. Odom. Go ahead and put that.
Put the pipe down, dog.
Put the pipe down.
You know what's bad when you got the crack pipe sewn into all your sleeves.
Oh man. Listen, I want to get your thoughts. I did make a fantasy trade today.
Okay.
In one of my in the dynasty league in the other dynasty league that I commissioned, the Superflex Dynasty League, that this was our first year. You know, I am our inaugural champion.
Yes.
Today,
Bam, right? Well, Bam didn't make it, right? This is the same one.
No. This is the league that me and Bam made it, and I beat him on my way.
Okay.
Today, I made a trade and did not even have to give up a starter. So, in this league, the champion does get pick 112. And I had traded for pick 301 earlier in the season. So I had 112, 212, 301, and then I had 112, 212, 312, 412. I also had 301 off a trade. Earlier today, these guys were bringing up the Kendrick Drake topic. I don't know what. There's something about this chat that always seems to land us in Kendrick versus Drake, and I was getting fed up. And I wanted to bring the conversation back to fantasy football, which is what this group was started for. So I started just talking about, hey, who wants 112? Let's make a trade. So earlier today, I made a trade. Now, mind you, this is my starting lineup that won me a championship. Patrick Mahomes, Rashad White, Josh Jacobs, Tyreek Hill, Ladd McConkey, George Kittle, Khalil Shakir, Rico Dowdle, Calvin Ridley, and Jaden Daniels. As you can imagine, Jaden Daniels that's who helped carry me over the top. I had some other guys like Zach Ertz, Cade Otton, Brandon Cooks. Today I made a trade. I traded 4 Tajay Spears in 209.
Okay.
And traded away, listen to this, Amari Cooper, 112, 212, and 301.
And in return, you got
Tajay Spears in 209. So technically, so the way I look at it was Amari Cooper, I probably was not going to play him anymore.
Right.
Like just based off his production last year with the Bills, and I have Khalil Shakir. If I have to keep 2 Buffalo Bills receivers, if I have to keep one of the 2 Buffalo Bills receivers, I want to keep Khalil Shakir because I already have him in our dynasty.
Yep.
So basically, I wanted to get rid of Amari Cooper. So I don't even think of him as far as this trade because I didn't want Amari Cooper anymore. So the way I look at it was I traded 112 and 301 for Tajay Spears, and then traded and basically swapped second round picks. So I moved up 3 spots in the second round.
Yep.
And then basically put 112 and 301 towards getting Tajay Spears and just threw Amari Cooper in there just so he could be off my roster. What are your thoughts on this trade?
I think that's a lot of faith in Tajay Spears, but you've been on the Tajay Spears bandwagon for 2 years now, so it makes sense. Like you are
up last year, and I was able to keep all of I didn't have to trade a single starter for my championship team. So I want to keep as much of that team intact from last year. And I'm hoping that by moving up 3 spots in the second round, that even with getting Tajay Spears, I can still take best available running back.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I like where your head's at. I mean, usually you're right, especially with younger players. I'm not mad at it.
So in the chat, they were trying to say I overpaid. I don't think I overpaid. I have pick 112. So either way, so Akili asked for the trade. So Akili, the trade was I received Tajay Spears in pick 209.
Let's put this in the chat. So you get Tajay Spears.
Yep.
In 209.
In 209. And I traded away Amari Cooper, 112, 212, and 301. And
212 and 301. Is that right?
Yes. So Kyle says, I don't love that. I think I'd rather have 112 over Tajay Spears. We're getting rid of Cooper for 209. For the 209 is certainly a good move. So let me tell you, the original trade was Tajay Spears in 403 for pick 112. And I thought that was a little too rich for my blood. Like giving up 112 and getting Tajay in 403. I don't know. I would have rather, because I would have like if I was going to trade away 112, well, then I was going to just use 112 for the best available running back. So if I'm going to essentially trade away my first and second round picks, I want to move up in the second round and get Tajay Spears. Because no matter what, by the time you get to 112, I'm taking best available player. So I'm willing to move back, get a player that I'm already kind of confident in, and then using 209. Now, and using 209 to get the best available running back. Now, Kyle says he thinks I could have gotten more for the 112 if I traded closer to or during the rookie draft. Probably. But at the same time, this chat was not going to stop talking about Drake versus Kendrick. So I had to do something to stop the nonsense. And Bam can be my witness. They talk a lot about Drake versus Kendrick, and I had to stop it. So, and I still feel pretty confident in this team that won a chip last year and my ability to draft. So, yeah. So
I understand the logic.
I do think Tajay Spears, just the way he ended the season last year, he's got a lot of potential as a pass catching back. So Keely said 212 and 209 are basically the same pick. I don't agree. So you traded Cooper and a first for Spears. So here's the thing, Keely. I was going to get rid of Amari Cooper anyway because I have Khalil Shakir, and I don't want two Buffalo Bills receivers just because they already are receiver by committee. So I needed to only have one. So the way I look at it is I don't even consider Amari Cooper part of this deal. I look at it as I paid 112 and 212 and gave the guy 301 back because the guy I traded with, he has 101 and 201. So I gave him 301 back so I can get 209 and Tajay Spears, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with. So as of right now, I believe I got 209, 312, and 412. Yes. Okay. So I have 209, 312, and 412. So I still got some draft capital. So listen, I know some people say I may overpay. I don't think I did. I really don't think I did. So B League says it's a heavy RB class. No, won't whoever is there at 112 be a likely upgrade on Spears? Well, you guys got to already think my running backs right now are Rashad White, who may be losing some tick to Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs, who's a dog, Rico Dowdle, who we don't know if the Cowboys are really going to take Ashton Genty like a lot of people think, because Rico was toting that rock towards the end of last year. So bring in a guy in Tajay Spears who may get more tick next year, get a better second round pick, and then we'll see. Kyle said, to be honest, the Amari Cooper is probably the least valuable asset in that trade. I agree. And here's my thing. As a defending champ, I'm trying to maximize on my championship window. So fuck them picks. In all honesty, fuck them picks. Like, I'm still, with my history of drafting, as long as I pick up one or two productive rookies a season, I'm going to be all right. Now, speaking of trades, the NBA trade deadline was last week. Oh, buddy. NBA trade deadline was last week. And y'all see it. Come on, man. Y'all see it. This team right here, this fucking team right here, they did something that I didn't even think was possible. They did something that if you would have asked me, no lie, 2 weeks ago. Wait, what, Kyle?
Kyle said Rico Dowdle's a free agent.
No. Hold on. Whoa.
You stopped him dead in his Lakers soliloquy.
Hold on. But he showed it. Listen, I don't. The 26-year-old currently still has an appeal heading to the 2025 campaign, and until Dallas brings in competition, this backfield belongs to. Wait a minute, hold on. 235 carries, 1,079. Whoa. Fuck. Okay. What are the chances the Cowboys bring Rico Dotto back as a free agent?
Depends on how this draft goes.
I think they will. I don't think Brian Schottenheimer is going to use one. I don't think Brian Schottenheimer is going to use his first pick to get Ashton Genty. And I think they're going to.
But Jerry Jones would.
Yo, dog, relax.
Okay.
And listen, I'm going to be all right. Well, that don't matter. It's not like Amari Cooper is going to change. Listen, no trade is going to change that. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. Like I was saying, if you would have asked me 2.5, 3 weeks ago, if there was a world where Luka Doncic would be a Laker, I would think that you're smoking. And as someone who is on day 18 of not smoking tobacco, weed, or anything, I would have said you're smoking something that I can't smoke. But little did I know that Nico Harrison had approached Rob Pelinka about trading for Anthony Davis. Now, let me tell y'all something. Anthony Davis is one of my favorite players in the league, period. So I didn't believe it. And then I got a notification Saturday before I left for my cruise that the Mavs had traded away Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick. Now, for the first 16, 18 hours of this trade, I was so mad at the Lakers for trading away Anthony Davis. But then I thought about it. Well, no, I didn't think about it. I went and watched some Luka highlights. Then I said, this white European man is dangerous. And then last night happened. Lakers played the Utah Jazz, a.k.a. the 24-hour fitness team of the NBA. And boy, it took 5 minutes of watching Luka and LeBron before I said, nah, Nico Harrison deserves jail time for what he just did. Because he traded away this stud, this killer, this hooper. Damn. My God is a good God. He wouldn't let me down. He wouldn't let me down.
No, he wouldn't. He never
Luka,
will.
Laker.
He is.
77 plus 23. Let's keep it 100.
How long you been sitting on that? How long you been sitting on that? I know you just didn't come up with that.
Nah, I didn't. I've been saying 77 plus 23, but I just added the let's keep it 100. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Let's keep it.
You got to go back to your rapping days with that.
Oh, trust me. Trust me. If you follow a certain account out here, you'll know there are some rhymes being written. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I shed a tear last night watching Luka on the Lakers. I ain't never seen such ball movement, such beautiful basketball, 2 basketball savants with such high basketball IQs. Man. Tell me how you feel, Danny.
I text you that I think Nico's a sleeper agent. That I think Nico was hired just so he could get Luka to the Lakers. That's how stupid that trade was. When like you see people who are fans of stars and not teams, and I've always wondered why that is. Like now I'm starting to get there. Like I'll never root for the Lakers to talk. I love Luka. Like Luka, I love Luka. and I want Luka to be successful. Like, Nico, why the Lakers? You could have traded him anywhere.
Well, they really wanted Anthony Davis.
And the thing about the trade is, right, if you're going to trade him, I need something more than he's fat and doesn't play defense.
Oh, yeah, no. That's why I didn't. I was like, no way you just trade someone for being a little hefty. Jokic comes into the offseason mad hefty, and he plays his way into shape. What's the issue?
Luka was fat and on one leg and took you to the finals last year. Like, Nico had pitched a perfect game, the PJ Washington trade, drafting Derek Lively. He brought back Spencer Dinwiddie, the Kyrie trade. Like, he is. And then he is like, you know what? This motherfucker fat and he don't play defense. I don't think I want him around anymore. Now I know how the clan feels when they hate black. I have never hated a black man more in my life than I hate Nico Harrison.
Talk to him.
Like, I get the white hood now because I hate that man so much. It's not Black History Month for him. He is excommunicated from Black History Month.
Are you? Let me ask you something. When you first heard that trade, when you first saw that trade, what was your first thought?
It was you. You, like, I woke up that morning. I was asleep. I woke up the next morning. I had 30 text messages, half of them from you, and then the other half was in a group chat with all my buddies. And I was like, either somebody dead or this about to be the worst day of my life. And it was the latter.
I think one of my text messages was, you definitely got to be asleep, but when you wake up, you gonna be mad.
Like, one of my buddies, one of my best friends, he was in my wedding. He has been saying for 3 years, he was like, he's a Lakers fan. He was like, get ready, Luka gonna be a Laker. And I was like, no, that's not happening. He was like, no, you don't understand. Y'all grow stars and we take them from people. He was all in my phone. Like, what did I tell you? Y'all grow them and we take them.
That is what we do.
That's what y'all do.
That is historically what the Lakers do.
So I'm a basketball free agent. I am trying out other teams. Because here's the other, I'll never cheer for Lakers. Here's the thing about Nico, though. It's you trade him, you trash him on the way out, and now you're censoring Mavs fans who come to games, and you're talking to Mavs fans like we're stupid. Like, the things he said in the microphone after trading Luka, that Rob Pelinka thought he was joking when he first presented this trade. You should never say that because you sound stupid. And then he looks at Mavs fans and was like, yeah, you're mad, but winning solves everything. Like, you'll be fine. Do you know who you just traded? Like, 5-time All NBA.
All NBA.
Just second place in MVP last year. He's been an all-star every year he's been eligible. If you didn't want to pay him the Supermax, say you being cheap. It's not going to make it better. But don't call him fat and don't degrade him on the way out. And
why you don't want to pay your best player a Supermax just because he liked to drink a little beer after winning the Western Conference Finals?
Well, here's the thing about it. We've talked about the aprons, right? Like the first apron and the second apron and how hard and how taxing it is. If you play, what was it, $389 million?
It was something like that.
Hard to build a roster around that, but that's a good problem to have. Like, ask Atlanta, man, would you pay Luka $3? Yes, we would. Go ask Philadelphia. Ask Brooklyn.
No,
ask Orlando.
You don't need it. Ask the Lakers if they're willing to pay Luka.
Ask the Lakers. Ask Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka looked at that man and said, you for real? Like, I wonder if Rob was like, no, dog, but for real. Shoot. And Nico's like, yeah, let's do it, man. Like, Luka's fat.
I bet you Rob was sitting there like, are you sure you want to do this deal? Like, we can, you know what I mean? Here's the thing. Nico tried to get more picks, and Rob was like, listen, you're already calling him fat. Like, you think we're gonna, he was like, and we can't talk to him, so we don't know if he even wants to stay.
And like the Dalton Connect trade was better. Like, you got a better return for Dalton Connect that got denied than you did for Luka. And we got the whole AD experience Saturday. Great first half. I think he had like 30. Now he out for a month.
Yeah, he had like 20 and 10 in the first half. And then earlier in the second half, he got hurt.
Gone for a month. Now it's just Kyrie old ass. Derek Lively got a break. Like, this season's over. Like this is over. It's a wrap. Like Derek Lively broke his foot.
Daniel Gaffer got hurt last night.
Yeah, like it's a wrap. Like if I'm Kyrie, I'm shutting Kyrie down. He's 34 years old. I'm shutting Clay down. Get them young boys out there because you got your draft pick this year, and then you're not in control of your draft picks like 2031.
Yikes!
Like you're not competing this year
for a few years.
And yeah, and the biggest thing, and if I'm Mark Cuban, this makes me the maddest of all this. Not only because you love Luka and drafted Luka, for years Mark Cuban has made himself look stupid to try to get free agents, like premier free agents, to come to Dallas. And you finally got one. Like Clay was the best free agent on the market. You finally got someone to say yes because he wanted to play with Luka. And now the league sees how you treat your homegrown star. How you going to treat me? Like that's it for free agency for Dallas.
Yeah.
Like Mark Cuban drove around LA while the Clippers locked DeAndre Jordan in the house. And all that was for nothing. So I'm a basketball free agent. I haven't watched Luka. I haven't watched highlights yet. It still hurts. Like I'm still going to cheer for Luka. I love Luka. He is my favorite player in the league. I'll get there. But yeah, like now I'm following stars, man. I'll never go to Lakers, but I'm following stars because I just can't. I can't with Dallas, man.
Go ahead and come on and be
if Luka wins a championship with the Lakers, I will be happy for Luka, but I'll never root for the Lakers. Never. I just can't do it.
Listen, you gotta let that old self go, man.
No, like I love LeBron, and I love when he won that title in the bubble, but I'll never root for the Lakers, man.
Lake show, baby.
Never.
Listen. I want to give a special shout out to Nico. I know you had to hire security.
But he's kicking fans out of games. Like he's confiscating signs that say "Fire Nico." Apparently, last night someone was on the jumbotron and they mouthed "Fire Nico." Yeah, and he was like, "Yo, like, nah, dog. Like, you can't trade. You must really throw. Like, we love Luka, dog."
I can tell you, the only person who probably cried more than Mavs fans about Luka was Monteo.
Hilarious clip.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. If you are watching your girl get the bunny stroke on camera, did you see how he ran across that beach? Mateo, por favor. That brother was bucking across that stage. Yo, dog.
For me, it was playing her cheeks like bongos.
Brother, that brother, she was on top too. He was on the bottom. And I was like, oh my God.
What show is this?
This is like
we are watching in Mexico.
This is Spanish Temptation Island or whatever.
They show that soft porn.
That brother was outside that window just screaming and yelling. And then his girl come out there, and then he come out there. Yo, let me tell you something. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. If you are putting dick in my girlfriend and I pull up at that crib, stay at that crib or someone getting shot. I promise you. I promise you somebody getting shot.
Somebody getting shot.
Yo, Bam said she cheated again. Bam, you would watch it, Bam. You look like
Bam don't speak a lick of Spanish.
Yeah, that brother look at you like a little Spanish Temptation Island. He'd be in there. Hey, that's what he be doing. He ain't looking for fires. They be in there in the firehouse watching Spanish Temptation Island.
Eating Salisbury steak.
Oh my God. Another big trade. Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins to the Heat. Who do you think won that trade?
I think the Heat. Not because Andrew Wiggins is better, because Pat Riley is probably not a Grinch anymore. I'm sure Bam can breathe easy. My question for you is, how long before Jimmy and Draymond fight each other?
Oh man, we got one blowout loss. Their first blowout loss, I guarantee you. You're gonna see them on the bench with Draymond and Jimmy Z talking about some.
But you know what? Jimmy the one. Jimmy might be like, "Hey dog, get the fuck out of my face."
Listen, Jimmy might look at him and say, "My nigga, can you shoot the ball?"
And then he go to the press conference and be like, "He yelling in my ear, he can't even shoot."
And Jimmy not right for putting out that story about Pat Riley and how he looked crazy trying to get him to say. I said, yo, I know that was Jimmy's side. They dirty for that. They dirty. We talked about it earlier. The Lakers and the Mark Williams debacle. So basically what happened was the Lakers traded Dalton Connect and the first round pick that they kept and Cam Reddish to the Hornets for Mark Williams. And then the trade got rescinded after the Lakers did the physical for Mark Williams and found out that he had some issues that just weren't his back. Pause. And I saw that and I was like, well, wait a minute. What happened here? How'd that happen? Then the Hornets put out a statement basically saying, yo, the Lakers some bums. We're happy to have Mark back. And then yesterday, that same team, the Hornets, basically said, yo, NBA, is there any way y'all can maybe like push this trade through, like just in case? And I'm like, wait, but I thought y'all wanted him back. What are your thoughts?
David Stern
rolling in his grave right now.
David Stern done rolled so many times in his grave, he didn't turn to dust.
Yeah.
This would never happen in David Stern's NBA. That Luka trade never would have happened in David Stern's NBA.
That's a lie. That's a lie. The Lakers.
Yeah, you're right. That's a lie.
Zach LaVine to the Kings, up or down with the finger? Pause.
I don't care. It doesn't move the needle.
Swiper to the Spurs, though. Double thumbs up. That's a good
dog.
That's a good one.
I know they the rival, but man. Wemby and it's nice being a free agent. I can cheer for anybody. I want to see stars.
You're not a free agent. You a Mavs fan. Stick to your Mavs fandom. Isn't that Dirk over your shoulder?
It is Dirk over my shoulder.
You got him.
Even he was at the Lakers game last night. Even Dirk said, I can't support this shit.
You know. You know what? It's funny when the biggest basketball reporter in the world has to tweet out, yes, this is real, to a Luka trade. Brandon Ingram to the Raptors. He also got an extension today as well.
Brandon Ingram, first ballot Hall of Fame bag getter. Go to Toronto. You no pressure. Don't nobody care what you doing up there. Good for you.
DeAndre Hunter to the Cavs. Kyle Kuzma to the Bucks. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of here on both of those. Maybe DeAndre Hunter might get the thumbs up if he stays healthy, but
DeAndre, he gets a thumbs up for me. Kyle Kuzma, who cares?
Who cares? And then what are your thoughts about the Suns considering trading KD back to the Warriors only for KD to say, nope, that's not going to happen. And then they tried to trade Bradley Beal. The deal never got done though.
That is not an indictment on Steph. That is an indictment on Draymond. KD don't want to be around that man at work ever again.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do. Steph was just in the Olympics with KD, and they looked like they were having a blast. He didn't want to be there with Draymond, and he damn sure don't want to be with Draymond and Jimmy.
Yeah, he's probably like, yeah, I ain't dealing with this shit.
Nah, I'm good. I'm too old for this.
Speaking of too old, Charlotte Flair won the Royal Rumble. Women's Royal Rumble. Jey Uso won the Men's Royal Rumble. We saw Jey Uso choose Gunther last night. Who do you think Charlotte's going to choose?
Tiffany.
You think so?
Yeah, it's got to be Tiffany. But the problem is, does Tiffany beat her? Like, do you put Tiffany over? Because who's the other champ?
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, she ain't beating Rhea. That ain't happening.
How we know?
Shit. If she gets to come back off injury and beat Rhea at WrestleMania for the belt, I might set something on fire. There is no one on that roster right now who has been built up to beat Rhea Ripley. Nobody.
Well, we don't know about that.
Jade, maybe, but she's injured.
So they
Becky,
say,
if she ever come back.
I think whatchamacallit hurt her. Bianca and Naomi.
That's what I think.
We gonna see. What are your thoughts about Jey Uso winning?
they had me with Logan Paul for a second. I was about to say, I know we're not about to get the red hat of Royal Rumbles with Charlotte and Logan Paul. You can't keep. We've said this many times. You can't keep calling him main event Jey Uso when he never gets to the main event. Like at some point, if he's gonna call himself main event Jey, you got to be in the main event. So I'm happy for him, and not the main event of Raw. Like you got to headline
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania or Premier Pay-Per-View.
It's just me, Oos. Day one is just me, Oos. Hey, day one is just me, Oos. Come on, it took me some time, but I kind of came around to it.
The best part is when McAfee stands on the table and does it like that. He is a great Raw comment, like a wrestling commentator. He is great.
What do you think of this Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, maybe CM Punk angle that you saw at the Royal Rumble? What are you thinking?
I think this is a great way to keep Roman relevant without putting him in the title picture just yet, because he's going to have to fight Jey for that belt. So this is great. It's been building, like the Seth Roman has been building and the Seth CM Punk has been building. I don't know how you tie the Roman CM Punk part of this, but they'll figure it out. Sign me up. Make it Hell in a Cell. Like, let's make this all the way violent.
I think I may know how you tie in the Roman and the CM Punk. Listen, and this is kind of tying into our next point. So the WWE is slowly building the John Cena storyline.
Yes.
John Cena is my pick to win the Elimination Chamber to take on Cody Rhodes, by the way.
Okay.
I know that Jey is taking on Gunther. In the Elimination Chamber so far, we do have, we officially have Logan Paul, John Cena, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. That means there's space for 2 more people. Who do you think?
Roman and Solo?
Roman and Seth.
Okay. You think Seth can handle that?
Listen, Seth sneaks into the Elimination Chamber. Roman gets into the Elimination Chamber. The final four are John Cena, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns.
And Punk beats Roman?
Punk eliminates Seth Rollins. Roman eliminates CM Punk. CM Punk cost Roman versus John Cena.
Now we cooking.
Now they've all costed each other a chance at WrestleMania. Now we got to squabble up. Triple threat match.
Is it wrong that I hope the Samoan Werewolf attacks Logan Paul and takes his spot in the chamber? I know he's going to fight Braun Strowman. Like, I know where we're going with this, but man.
Oh, wait, no. You're actually right. Because Damian Priest, Braun, and Jacob Fatu technically do battle on Friday Night SmackDown this Friday. So really, after this Friday, there will be 1 spot left. So it could either be Roman or Seth.
I think it's Roman. I think Seth has done enough. Like, Seth is already on both of those guys' bad side. Give me, Jacob Fatu. Sign me up. I want all the Jacob Fatu stuff.
It's just me, Oos. Day one is just me, Oos. On the women's side, so far we have Alexa Bliss, we have Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, and Bayley. That Bayley push, boy. What if I told you Bayley is actually Hispanic?
I knew that. Yeah, her last name's like Rodriguez, right? Or Gonzalez.
I thought she's been a white woman this entire time.
Nah, she's Hispanic.
Who do you think is gonna take this one? Because I don't think Charlotte has picked anybody yet.
No, she has not. I don't know. Like, I want to say Alexa Bliss. I don't know. Like, I actually
think it might be.
It should be Bianca, but she and Jade have to, like, that needs to happen.
It won't be Bianca. I really think it's going to be Liv Morgan.
Really? I need to see the other two, but
I could see it being the Liv Morgan. Here's what I think. I think Charlotte's going to pick Rhea for the rematch. I think Liv Morgan. No, you're right. Actually, I do see it being Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss versus Tiffany Stratton, which actually
I
might
could
be
see
fun.
that.
Might be fun.
If Charlotte gets to come in, like we've said it many times, everything Charlotte does is tied to a championship, and that sucks. She hasn't had to evolve since NXT.
What is it about Charlotte? Your doctor did a great job with that front. Jesus. You got to get some BBLs or something. You can't be walking around with no ass like this, Charlotte. What are we talking about?
That's crazy.
She got no ass, but boy, she got a rack on her.
That is insane.
I shouldn't have said that.
That's crazy.
I'm lying.
What are your thoughts about Naomi versus Chelsea?
Thank you. Naomi versus Chelsea Green. I like Naomi actually to win this one. I think it maybe sets up a Bianca Belair Naomi beef, and I think it may lead to Jade coming back and making that a triple threat chocolate match at WrestleMania.
Is that what they're gonna call it? The chocolate match?
Oh, the chocolate triple threat.
I had this argument on Blue Sky with someone that I think Jade needs to come back as a heel, and they were like, "Why would she come back as a heel?" I was like, "Are you serious? Why wouldn't she come back as a heel?"
Unless she's the face and Bianca and Naomi turn heel.
Jade's a better heel than face. Like, I don't think Jade's personality, like same with Sasha Banks, right? Like, she is a better heel because personality wise, like she just fits, like she's a heel. Like, some people are just made to be heels.
WWE anytime soon, you think? Or you think she's AEW for real?
I think she'll be AEW for at least another year. Because she also does like New Japan Pro Wrestling too, right?
Yeah. What's funny is I just feel like if you're in like the AEW or maybe even New Japan Wrestling, how are you not looking at what's going on in the WWE and just kind of giving it one of those?
Triple H is
he cooking over there.
He cooking, and he got Paul in creative.
He cooking. You got any? I'm picking Jacob Fatu to win this match on Friday. I don't know if you got.
Yes.
Yeah. Yo, Jacob Fatu, still my favorite. He might be my favorite wrestler when it comes to promos out right now. Outside of Roman, although when Roman get on the mic, he just be talking his shit.
Did you see that he was on a podcast and he was like,
Ice Cube son?
Say what?
One with Ice Cube son?
Yeah. And he's like, and then I woke up. That's a bar. You had a chance, and then I woke up.
In WNBA news, talk to me. Seems like we got some storylines.
Yeah. So I think the biggest storyline right now is the fall of the Connecticut Sun. Alyssa Thomas got traded to Phoenix. Marina Mabrey wants out. DeWanna Bonner is in Indiana. Sophie Cunningham went to Indiana. Dejanay Carrington got traded to Dallas. Connecticut, and we've talked about them, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. They finally blew it up. Their coach decided to go to Indiana to coach Caitlin Clark. That run is over. Phoenix is loading up. Satu Sabali got traded to Phoenix. And like I said, Alyssa Thomas. This would be a stacked team if Brittany Griner didn't decide to go to Atlanta. I think that's the biggest shock in free agency so far. She's been in Phoenix her entire career. But, and Brianna Jones went from Connecticut to Atlanta. That is going to be the biggest front line in the league. Like, Atlanta looks like they're gearing up to play Vegas, which is kind of crazy because Vegas isn't top dog anymore. But, like, if I'm Vegas,
the Liberty, are you scared?
If I'm the Liberty, no, because you still have Stewie and you still have Sabrina. Like, Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard are great guards. Like, I think they can handle Sabrina, but you just have no one who can guard Stewie. Like, you have nothing to guard Stewie, but you have Brittany Griner protecting the rim, right? So Atlanta looks interesting. It looks like Dallas is going to try one more configuration around Arike Ogunbowale. I feel like Dejanay is a great complement to Arike. Dejanay doesn't need the ball. She's a defender. She shoots threes. So, and she can I feel like Dejanay can run the offense for Dallas. That offense seems to get real stagnant when Arike brings the ball off the floor because she just does it all. Alicia Clark going to Seattle. The Aces signed Cheyenne Parker Thomas, I think, to help Asia in the front court. She's big. She came from Atlanta. I think that's a nice compliment. They also traded for Dana Evans from Chicago, again, some guard depth to help replace Kelsey Plum, who is now with the Los Angeles Sparks, who I still think are the biggest winners of free agency.
Yes.
Sophie Cunningham. Indiana is kind of loading up too. DeWanna Bonner, Sydney Colson. There are a lot of veterans going to Indiana right now. And I really think that is great for Caitlin.
I'm going to get a Cameron Brink LA Sparks jersey soon because
you should.
The Sparks are on their way. I might actually I can't say what I want to say because I got some listeners who may report back. But just know, Cameron Brink, I'm getting you a jersey.
And I also think what's going on in Seattle is interesting. Like Neko Agwumike signed for another year. I really would like to know, and maybe we'll get this when she retires, but it seems, and this isn't a knock to her, but it seems like teammates have a hard time getting along with Skylar Diggins-Smith. Like Drew Lloyd is in Vegas now. And do you watch the Unrivaled League by chance?
A little bit, yeah.
Like whenever Jules' team plays Skylar's team, you can just tell they do not like each other.
Well, women be catty.
Huh?
Women be catty sometimes.
They do. Like, I just wonder what happened in Seattle.
Well, maybe Skylar Diggins took Jules. Let me stop. I'm over here like,
this is messy. Because, it happened in Phoenix. Like, Skylar wore out her welcome in Phoenix, and then there was the allegation she made against the organization about they wouldn't let her come work out after she had her baby, which is very serious. Same thing in Tulsa when she was there in Tulsa. Well, now it's Dallas. I'm just intrigued to see like what keeps happening when she's on these teams. Good Lord, Kyle said the Bulls are down 79-34. Jesus, I'm just intrigued.
Blow it up, Chicago! Stop.
They've been blowing up for 30 years. Also, if you haven't watched Unrivaled, they're in the middle of their season right now, and they're doing a one-on-one tournament.
Yo, I saw somebody get cooked 12-0.
Breanna Stewart lost 12-0 to Aaliyah Edwards. That might be the greatest upset in basketball history. Stewie didn't score a point. She's the current finals MVP.
Yo, tell me right now, if the NBA did a 1v1 tournament, what would be what two matchups would you want to see?
Ant-Man versus anybody. And
I want Kyrie versus Steph 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And then my second one. Go ahead.
Wemby. I don't know who I want to see Wemby play, but I would like to see Wemby play like a healthy Embiid.
No, that wouldn't. I feel like the big men, it wouldn't be fun 1-on-1.
You don't think so? Them trying to act like they guards?
Yeah, nah.
Okay.
Some of them dudes probably can't.
I would take Kyrie, Steph, 100%.
Kyrie, Steph, and I think my second one would maybe be James Harden versus not Damian Lillard. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just so we can put that one to bed.
Okay.
Because I think James is still mad about that shit, Giannis.
And he should be. Well, Giannis will cook him.
Listen, James versus Giannis 1v1. I might take James Harden.
How many step backs can he hit?
What are you talking about?
Now, I would take a healthy Kawhi versus Giannis.
At the knees.
I said healthy. And also, Jonquel Jones won Finals MVP, not Breanna Stewart. But
what you think about Embiid saying basically he know his knee gonna need another surgery?
Man, shut it down. Like, just Maxey, we're entering the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. Get ready.
But if they enter the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, they got to get rid of somebody, and that might be PG after year one.
I'm sure the Sixers would have no issues with that.
Yo, Cooper Flag be getting busy though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Cooper. Something about white boys named Cooper.
That go to Duke. And white boys that go to Duke.
I was talking about Cooper DeJean and now Cooper Flag.
Man, here we go back to these Eagles. Let me tell you something. Something about these Duke white boys, you just be like, damn it. During Black History Month, you getting your game off like this? Damn it.
But come March.
Yeah, I know, right? They're gonna be Duke gonna be all right. Duke gonna be all right. Duke gonna
Come
be all
March.
right. We can talk about Canelo Alvarez, Jake Paul another time, but essentially, I believe Jake Paul was scheduled to fight Canelo. He's scheduled to fight Bud Crawford, then dropped out for for Jake Paul. Now he's back fighting Bud Crawford. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. It's all a money grab. Canelo, you better not get your ass whooped in any of these fights. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, you better not. And I don't even watch boxing.
You better not get your ass whooped. Man, what a show! I feel like I lost a little bit of my voice today.
Oh, you were very impassioned.
I see dead people.
Come on. Listen. First off, don't bring my ex-work out on stage and have her crip walk in to A minor.
Just hilarious.
What was worse? Everybody at the Grammys singing A minor or everybody at the Super Bowl singing A minor?
Grammys, because those are your peers. Like, those are people who are on the same level as you musically. Oh, man. Like, I don't care what a stranger says, because whatever, they're broke. But Taylor Swift in the crowd dancing and screaming A minor. Say what?
She had to drink up. She toasted.
Like, that is a room of your peers, your equals, and they're all making fun of you. That's worse.
What do you think Drake did to piss off so many people? Because at this point, the way this all is playing out, it is clear this is way deeper than just rap.
I mean, you've heard the stories, right? Like, he out here talking to people's wives, sending them gifts, and just being shady and being light-skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and everyone's all like, yeah, but like he helped all y'all out. He gave us so many verses. It's like, okay, but what if after he sent that verse through, he then sent your girl like 4 bouquets of flowers, mad DMs, XYZ. Like, what are we talking about?
Which is the things he's being accused of, like sending people's wives lavish gifts to say thank you. Like, that's absurd.
Like, listen, it makes me wonder how many people out here have basically said, yo, if you didn't have these guards around you and you weren't you, I beat your light-skinned ass. I feel like he may have had a few conversations like that with some people.
Hey, but you know what? The thing about him is, I'm sure they say, if you didn't have this money, you wouldn't be this bold. And that's what makes them angry.
I think that, yeah. Yo, dog, he was picking on Pharrell. Who has beef with Pharrell? Look, I can't think of it. How you beefing with the man that made Happy?
Well, that's an extension of the Pusha T beef, right? I mean, Pharrell got beef with Birdman, too. Yeah.
Only in hip-hop will people be like, oh, no, you're being too mean. Why are you saying he has a kid? Oh, no, you're being too mean. Why you call him a pedophile? Yo, dog, like, this is hip-hop. This ain't country music. Take that back to the fucking rap.
Case. Why is he looked in the mic and said, "Hey Drake," and smiled?
You know, that's diabolical. Don't look in the camera and cheese while you saying, "Hey Drake."
That was directly to him. Wherever Drake was in the world, they locked eyes.
Oh no, Drake was in Australia. He's in Australia right now on tour. He's been there like the last week or two, so you can get away from this. I can tell you right now, I know that Drake was in a corner with that Super Bowl stream pulled up on his phone, watching Punch in the Air. This motherfucker. This, and you know how Canadians, they don't really cuss like we do. Like, this motherfucker.
I don't know. I feel like Kyle and Akili might disagree with that.
Kyle said, how do you be? Bam said rappers used to shoot each other. Well, Bam, they still do.
Just not at this level.
Just not at this level. And also, rappers nowadays, they not getting soft over diss records. They just dissing you back. Not suing. Not
As
getting
it should be.
Getting a coalition of bitch. Yo, we got to do a real case study of the dynamic and the shift of Drake fans. because remember when he first came out, everyone was like, yo, he makes songs for the women. He makes songs for the bitches. And all the girls was like, oh, yeah, I love me some Drake. They was using his captions, I mean, his lyrics as captions and whatnot. Somewhere in there, his fan base turned into all the dudes in school that never got any type of women or box. And that's who he did.
When he starts spending real time with Birdman.
All right, my brother, I'm gonna need you to explain that.
I mean, that's Birdman's MO. Like Birdman, like walking around fighting people. You hang around that long enough, you think you a fighter.
You think that's when we got Mob Ties Drake?
Yeah, and that too. He started hanging. That's what it. Yeah, he started hanging out in Houston.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Wait, Mob Ties?" And they're like, "Brother, what Mob Ties?"
You know what? That's it. He started hanging out in Houston with some killers and thought he was a killer.
Yeah, they was like, "Wait a minute." They was like, "Wait a minute," but ain't you Canadian? They was, yo, you know how many people probably told him behind closed doors, "Motherfucker, you grew up in a white Jewish neighborhood with your white Jewish mom. You not who you think you are." I know that hurt his feelings. I know that.
And then he went back for his, and now the pendulum is back at him.
Hey, you just listen. There are some people you should probably just leave alone. The quiet dude in the corner who just be writing every time you see him, who don't be saying nothing but be real nice to people, you should leave him alone. I'm telling y'all.
Just leave him alone. Just leave him alone.
Damn. He really thought he was going to win that battle against that guy. Against that guy?
He wants to get murder by my end. Big face bully, get my peace from within.
Yo, case study in how to start a fight and lose it at the same time. Also, case study on how to be the biggest hater ever on a grand stage and make it look fly. Hating is cool sometimes, guys. Hating is cool sometimes.
Yes, it is. Sometimes hate is the answer.
This is one of our better episodes. Maybe one of our more passionate episodes.
100%.
I don't think I've ever sweated like that while doing the podcast. Rico Dowdle is definitely a free agent. Bam already has put it in that fantasy group chat that we're in, that I just found out that Rico Dowdle is a free agent. But I'm gonna let everyone know right now, Rico Dowdle will be back with the Cowboys next year.
You heard it here first.
He's gonna be back with the Cowboys next year because I don't think Brian Schottenheimer is going to use his first pick as an NFL head coach on a running back.
Yeah, like I said, Jerry Jones would.
Yeah, and I don't think he will. Yo, I think the Cowboys need some help at some positions. I don't think drafting a running back is what's going to be. I think, but maybe.
Cowboys fans, but I hope you're right.
Who else in the league needs a running back, though?
I mean, after the way the Eagles just ran to the Super Bowl, I feel like we're about to see the running back value go up a little bit.
Yeah, but hold on. There's only one.
And the Packers, too.
Okay, there's only one Josh Jacobs, and there's only one Derrick Henry.
I'm just saying, like the teams that invested in the running back this year.
Tony Pollard maybe got his game off, but I think they'll bring him back. I do think they'll bring him back.
I mean, probably, but that still wouldn't stop you from drafting Genty.
Nah. What about those? We got the draft. We got the draft order. I mean, Titans, Browns, Giants, Pats, Jags, Raiders, Jets, Panthers, Saints, Bears, Niners, Cowboys. Who says the Niners don't pick Ashton Genty?
That'd be insane.
Who says I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't know.
Something to think about.
Which one of these, and you think of teams from 1 to 13 that need quarterbacks, that's who? The Browns, Giants,
yeah,
Raiders.
You can make the argument for the Titans.
The Jets, I don't think they're giving up on Will Levis so easily, but maybe the Titans. The
Saints.
No, they should watch the Saints bring back Jameis.
That'd be hilarious. Other than that, yeah. Seahawks.
They need what?
Seahawks could use a quarterback. Steelers. Well, then that can be close.
Hey now, say now. I'm all about my yen. Let me ask you something before we get out of here. So in one of my NCAA leagues, I'm Oklahoma right now. I got an offer for Texas A&M and Miami. Oklahoma. So
yeah,
Oklahoma's good though.
But go to Miami, the ACC is easier.
I think in this league, Miami is in the SEC.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's all gonna be the same.
Oh wait, no, this is in. Oh wait, no. Hold on, no, not in this league. So no, in this league, I actually have Liberty, and I got offered Miami, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma. Oh, it's all SEC.
But I have Oklahoma in another league, so why would I take 2 Oklahoma jobs?
Well, then go to Miami. I don't go to A&M. That's 3.
We gonna. Sheesh. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to say, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys so much. You already know. Every Tuesday
to the cross.
7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. You know who you should come see. You know who you should come listen to.
Beat your ass
I had the Bible of a guy watching.
You gotta pop out show niggas.
I don't know the scope of them.
Oh man. Listen, we'll be back same time next week. Couple things. Don't talk about Kendrick Lamar or rap music. Don't talk about the Super Bowl halftime show with white people, people who don't listen to Kendrick Lamar, and people who don't listen to rap music. Save yourself.
Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
That song is kind of written hilariously because you just know everyone in the studio when they heard that bar, they was like, damn.
Someone said that's gonna hit.
Oh no, everyone in the studio was like, oh no, he's sick. He's sick. Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen. You be anywhere in the world, but you were here with us. We'll see you next week. Make sure you speak on it. And remember, Tajay Spears, you're going to be great, and Rico Dowdle is going to be a Cowboy. We'll see y'all. Peace.
Go Birds.